Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. If you're going through silent treatment or have gone through silent treatment and from the narcissist involved in your life, and you find yourself stumbling across silent treatment videos or you're researching the topic, I really respect you. I really, really respect you. You are blessed, right? I'm not saying that because you're listening to this content. There's other content out there alike, right? I'm saying that you're digging deep and actually trying to internalize what is really going on. Do you know how many victims of narcissistic abuse get ghosted, put through silent treatment, and they don't even wake up to it's an agenda and a plan? You've woke up to it's an agenda and a plan. And there's something that come in the form of an epiphany, a download, a realization. And I really want to try and articulate it the best that I possibly can to you, right? A narcissist doing silent treatment actually hurts them more than it hurts the empath, right? And there's a logic behind this, right? You've got to understand the only reason it hurts you is when you're unawakened. When you're an unawakened empath and you've been in a romantic relationship or a friendship, or it's a family member, or a colleague or associate, and they start inflicting silent treatment on you, you kind of thrust forward and try and fix the problem, right? Or you try and reach out to them and you try and speak to them and you try and solve the issue, right? That's exactly why they do it. You've got to understand they're doing this for supply, right? But hear me out. There's a logic behind this, right? This narcissist involved in your life has gone silent. If you go silent as well and you back off, even if you've made the mistake of trying to speak to them time and time and time again, if you back away, right? Literally back away, go silent as well, right? This silent treatment that they're scheming to hurt you with makes them burn out. They actually can't tolerate it more. It makes their mind run wild of why it's not affecting you. It makes them go absolutely insane, right? It's not that you're doing no contact or anything like that. Like, all you're doing simply is someone in your life, whoever it is in your life, decided to stop talking to you, decided to go silent on you, right? And all you're doing is matching their effort. You see, in relationships, there should be equal effort. So if you know that this individual has gone silent and you go silent back to them, they're burning out. They're burning out. They're literally dying inside. They want to speak. They want to say something. They want to provoke you. All this is running through their minds, but they don't want to let it slip, right? They don't want to let it slip. Because once they start getting into the mindset of inflicting silent treatment on you, they don't want to back down. But it really actually hurts them carrying this out. Because especially, look, if you start messaging them, speaking to them, trying to communicate with them, and they're still matching you with silence, they're soaking up the supply source, right? But if you very quickly stumble across one of these videos and you back away, you retreat, even if you've said the last thing and they've been silent on you, right? You've said the last few words, or you've had the last few texts exchanged, or they've ignored you, right? Even if they initiated the silent treatment first, please back away. This actually hurts them, right? Their own silent treatment inflicting on you is hurting them and destroying them inside out. They can't tolerate it, right? For example, Say it's a family member, for instance, with a narcissist involved in your life. It's a family member, and you're at a family member's house or something like that, right? And that family member happens to be there. I'm just using an example just to paint a picture. That family member happens to be there, and you envision, don't let it overwhelm you, their presence. Don't change your actions or what you do. You imagine yourself with an energetic field around you. Call it angels, God around you, the universe around you, protecting you. And you carry on with your day the same way that you would, but just not interacting with them. You'll see, right, how this narcissist involved in your life, if it's a family member, for instance, will get so angry and upset that you're not trying to communicate with them. And all they want to do is say something to provoke you. That's all they want to do. They want to go down that route of saying something to provoke you, and they can't, because they've initiated the silent treatment first. So they view it as a weakness if they speak, right? Same goes with romantic relationships. Any type of relationship you are involved in with a narcissist in your life. A romantic relationship, for instance, they go silent on you. They ghost you. Match it. Fall back and match it. Even if you've reached out numerous times, you've contacted them numerous times, it's fallen on deaf ears, back away and retreat. Because the quicker you back away and retreat, right, that's to your place of safety, right? Go back into your energetic field. Envision God and your angels around you protecting you, right? And they're going to burn out. They're going to do something, They're going to do something. They're going to come past your house. They're going to happen to be in a place that you facilitate around, if that's the right around, or orientate around. They're going to happen to turn up in a location where you happen to be. Or they're going to spy on you on social media, or they're going to contact you from a fake profile. They will break that no contact. They'll break that no contact. The same in the family member scenario that I just mentioned. They'll do something, They might get really angry about something not to do with you, right? Or they might slam the front door, or they'll do something to try and trigger a reaction from you. That's what you've got to understand. So you've got to understand this silent treatment where people think that the narcissist is this master genius that can inflict silent treatment and make their victim suffer. All you need to do is back away. Call it no contact. Call it you going silent. Call it whatever you want. But it's not actually you doing no contact, really. It's not really the same thing. Like, no contact, the way that I view no contact is like when the narcissist is bothering you, persisting after you, annoying you, and you have to literally change your phone number, move country, move location, and you need to go full no contact. What's actually occurring here is more intricate than that. What's actually occurring here is you're just basically matching the effort of them. But then if they start trying to speak to you again, you maintain your silence. And that's when the dynamics will shift completely, like a complete overhaul. You maintain your silence. You don't engage with them, right? That's what you've got to do. Whether this is a romantic partner, whether this is a friend, whether this is a family member, whether this is a colleague, whether this is an associate, whoever it is to do with you in your life, this is slightly different from no contact. Even though it's basically the same thing, it's different. It's more intricate. All you're doing is matching their effort. You're mirroring them. And it will destroy them. And the reason it destroys them is because within inside themselves, they're not happy that their silent treatment's not working on you. It's going to frustrate them. It's going to infuriate them. They're going to get raging inside. They will not show it. You will not see it. They wear a mask. You're not going to see they are absolutely going insane, that their silent treatment plan is not working on you. right? It's going to drive them wild, right? And I don't even know the repercussions of this, you know? Like, the repercussions of this, there can't be, you know? They're stubborn as anything, right? They're stubborn as anything. They've started a silent treatment. They're going to have to finish it. And if you maintain that effort of finishing your silent treatment, or not even finishing it, persevering with it, maintaining it, sorry, not silent treatment, but maintaining your effort of being silent, there's nothing that can happen. There's nothing that can happen. They can't harm you, you know? If they, for example, lash out with physical violence one day, that's a whole nother issue. That's a whole nother issue. If they do something to antagonize you, they've broken the silent treatment, then you deal with that accordingly. But for the moment, like, you don't need to worry, right? That's what you need to envision in your mind, right? If you haven't spoken to the narcissist, if you've caught this video like early when this is happening to you, it's a real blessing for you. But even if you've caught this video a bit later, you can still benefit from it, because all you need to do is adopt this strategy. Don't contact them. Don't communicate with them. Don't be upset about them. The narcissist knows if you're upset over if the silent treatment is damaging you. They're aware if the silent treatment is damaging you. Especially in those messages that you might have exchanged, or social media messages that you not exchanged, but what you sent across to them after they inflicted the silent treatment on you, right? They'll gauge it by that. So, you know, when it's a day or two in, or even a month in or whatnot, they'll gauge that you're suffering. They're stubborn, right? They're stubborn. You need to let the course of time work its wonders, right? But those last few messages that exchanged, I keep saying exchange. I'm so sorry. You have not exchanged anything. It's you saying something to deaf ears and they're not responding. Sorry. But what I'm saying to you is, you saying these last few things you said, that's going to burn out. That's not, like, as potent as your supply is, you being an empath that you are, an awakened empath that you are now, that's not going to last. It's not going to satisfy them. They're insatisfiable creatures, right? They are. They're insatisfiable creatures. So basically, they're gonna try and do something. You know, I guarantee they'll be the one. I can't guarantee, but it's highly likely that they'll be the one that actually drops their guard and starts trying to communicate with you. And it's at that precise point that you maintain your silence. Or they make a statement, for example. You've done this. You've done that. You've done this. All you need to say is the words, I disagree. I disagree. That's all you need to say to them. Don't engage with them, right? That's what you got to do. Don't engage with them, because they're actually losing their minds from inflicting this silent treatment. And this come in the form of an epiphany and a download and a realization that they are actually really suffering. You know, the only way that their silent treatment works. Sorry if I'm I keep rephrasing like the same thing, but I'm really trying to express to you a message. Like, the only reason why silent treatment works is when you start chasing after them, messaging them, calling them, turning up at their house, things of that nature. That's the only reason when silent treatment works, when they keep you in that spell, when they keep you in that bind. That's the only way that silent treatment works. If you immediately, as soon as possible, by the best of your ability, match the effort that they're giving you, right? Match that effort. It's not you going no contact. It's just you matching the effort of what they're putting out to you. You're staying silent. Now, who's going to break it? That's what it comes down to. Who's going to be the first one that speaks? Please don't be the first one that speaks. You don't need to. It falls on deaf ears. They don't even listen. They're idiots. They're dusty weirdos. They're bizarre, strange, weird creatures. Don't be the first one that speaks. Let them be the first one that speaks. Let them be the first one that tries to initiate contact. Let them be you're flipping the dynamics around. You're using their own silent treatment against themselves. Remember, they need you more than you ever needed them. And they will always need you more than you ever need them. You don't need them. You can do better. You can find new friends. You can find a new romantic partner. You can build a family of your own. You can go to a new job with new colleagues and associates. You can find new things in your life, right? You don't need to stay bound with the narcissist involved in your life, Don't let their silence make you falter. I don't know where that word come from, but I hope it's right. Don't let their silence make you feel less than. Don't let their silence damage you in any way. Just match the effort. It's a war that you're fighting, right? Yes, you may have been used to outlandish, rageful, fuel-filled arguments. They probably realize that this doesn't work with you. Maybe you always got the better of them in those arguments or disagreements. You always had something to say which they couldn't interpret or they couldn't justify. That's oftentimes why narcissists that are involved in your life resort to silent treatment, because they don't have the words to say to you to beat you. Not beat you, but to win. You probably always put them in their place. Maybe when you got into arguments and disagreements, you used to come up with them cold, hard facts. You used to speak your truth as an authentic, genuine empath does, prior to awakening even. You used to speak your truths. They couldn't handle it. So they decided and conjured up a plan in their heads with the rumination and the premeditated plan to go silent, to destroy you. Remember, you're dealing with someone that is aiming to destroy you, aiming to hurt you, aiming to really upset you. That's why they've gone silent. So if you just match that effort and don't let it faze you, they can't win, right? And let them be their own worst enemy. Basically, that's what I should have probably said earlier on in the video for those that have already clicked off. Let them be their own worst enemy. You see? Them doing the silent treatment is going to damage them more, right, than it hurts you. You see? That's why I titled the video, A Narcissist Doing Silent Treatment Actually Hurts Them More Than It Hurts the Empath, right? It actually does. Let them be their own worst enemy. They're going to burn out. They need supply. They need your connection. They need the supply source. Yes, if this was a romantic relationship or a friendship, for example, yes, they may go off and try and entertain new supplies to try and find someone that can match you. They're not going to find another you. It's just facts. They never are. They never are. Don't just maintain your silence. You see them go off and start going with a new supply, or a friend going off and going on lavish holidays and living their best life, inverted commas. They're not really living their best life. They're trying to provoke you to try and break the silence. They speak indirectly. They'll speak with their actions. Remember, people speak with their actions. They'll do things. Like I mentioned with the family member scenario. You maintaining the silence, being in a family household where they exist. They might do something like slam the door or get rageful at something that's not anything to do with you. That's like indirect aggression towards you. That's showing their frustration. Right? If you was a fly on the wall, you'd see that this narcissist that's inflicted the silent treatment on you is actually fuming. They're going mad. They're ruminating about you severely. They're going over things in their mind over and over and over again. It's like a curse. Let their silent treatment be their own worst enemy, right? Let it be their own worst enemy. Yeah. It will destroy them. It will destroy them. You know, like you've got a chance for a fresh start, you know, away from this parasite. You've literally got a chance, you know. You need to understand you're worth so much more. Just match the effort. Let them get on with it. Let them do what they want to do. You know, just stay silent. Match your effort to theirs. And if they start putting in more effort, you've got to know this is coercive or coercive control. Like, they're not putting in more effort to be nice. You know, if you see them start trying to communicate with you, or they're going to say something off the cuff, I don't know how to really kind of articulate this any better. They're going to say something off a whim. They might say something one day that shocks your system, you know, and words hurt sometimes. But you should just maintain the silence, or just say, I disagree. You know, saying I disagree and walking away and getting on with your business for your day is just as powerful as staying silent. So you don't need to engage with them. That's what I'm trying to get at. You don't need to engage with them on that level, you know. Just stay silent. Do what you need to do. Envision your angels, God, the universe protecting you. Envision an energetic field around you. And, you know, whether this was a romantic relationship, friendship, family member, colleague, or associate, you can align with other empaths. And this is going to be the narcissist's worst nightmare. So if you'd like to hear more about that, you can click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.